Hey everybody, Ron Phillips here. I just wanted to make a video today, just talk a little bit about property management. It seems to be I don't know, it seems to be a subject that people don't seem to understand exactly. And I read an article recently that really sums it up pretty well. I'm going to attach it to this email, but I wanted to give you my thoughts on this. I think a lot of people think that because real estate investing, rental properties at least, is a passive investment, that means it's kind of like they treat it like their stock portfolio, where they don't look at it every year, maybe every 2 years, every 3 years. And real estate's not that way. Real estate is it requires us to be actively engaged. We don't have to do the hard work or the heavy lifting. But it doesn't mean that we can be unengaged or disengaged from what the property's doing. So there's a few things that are really important. Number one, you want to have a manager manage your property, but you need to manage the manager. You need to be engaged in what's happening with your property, regardless of whether or not you're the one that's actually doing the management. As a matter of fact, I would recommend that you don't. But there's a few things that you can do pretty easily to stay engaged and stay apprised of what's happening with your property. And the first one, which probably is going to sound ridiculous, but believe it or not, we have people who are too busy to check their bank statements. The most important thing you can do on a monthly basis is to reconcile the money that came into your account with the reports that you get from your management company. And that leads me to point number two. If they don't match, or if there's something on your report that you don't understand, doesn't necessarily mean there's an error, but if you don't understand it, call your management company and ask them questions. For two reasons, not the least of which is to make sure that there wasn't an error, because even the best management companies make errors in accounting. We all make errors, right? So number one, check to make sure you got money. When you have the money, check your statement, make sure they match, all right? But the second thing is we're going to ask those questions. First reason, again, is to make sure there wasn't a mistake, but the second reason is just to understand what's going on. Understand better what's in that report so that you can read it every month and you don't have to continuously call and ask questions. But up front, management companies kind of expect that you're going to be engaged, and a lot of them will reach out to you. If you have questions, ask. It's the easiest way to gain experience for someone who's knowledgeable in the marketplace. Other than that, it's really, really important, if you don't get money, to contact your management company immediately and find out what happened. If the people are late, you need to follow the procedures to either get them to pay or to get them out of your property, one of the two. I find a lot of people who, we have this management company in place. The management company is there to protect you from your tenants, to make a barrier, but you don't, sometimes our people don't use the management companies as effectively as they could, because you have a buffer there for a reason, and it's to not listen to the excuses. And it's amazing how quickly people can come up with money when you post a 3-day pay or quit on their door, or when the management company calls and says, hey, look, the owner is not going to give on this, you need to come in with the rent. It's pretty easy. And I think a lot of times we think people are just going to catch up, but the reality is they don't. Almost never do they catch up. And so if we let them string along for 30 days, all you've done is extend your eviction process another 30 days and give them 60 days to live in your property rent-free. Okay? And so that's part of managing your manager. And then I would encourage you, in the article it says that you should go visit your properties. I encourage you to go visit them at least once. But every few years, it's not bad to go give your property a hug, shake hands with the property manager. But my last tip on this video, and then please read the article, it's really well written. My last comment is that management companies, they get negative from both sides. The tenants are never happy, and the property owners are never happy. And they do all of this for a really small amount of money. The margins in property management are very, very slim, okay? And they do an enormous amount of work for that money. Be kind to your property manager. They are your, they're not your business partner, but they're kind of in business with you. They're managing your asset. Be kind to them. At the same time, if something's wrong, don't put up with it, but don't be a jerk about things. It's the most important thing. And if you can tell them when they do a good job, they will remember your name, because nobody tells them that they do a good job. Tenants yell at them, and then unfortunately a lot of their clients call up and yell at them. So listen, management is a really, really critical piece of your business, of your real estate business. So learn it. Ask them questions. Be engaged. And check your accounts. Go visit your properties. Do the things that a property owner should do. And overarching all of this, be kind.